Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. I know this is gonna catch everybody by surprise because I had no idea that I was gonna be doing a live stream tonight on any channel. But I've been wanting to do this. I've been wanting to shoot this. Actually, shoot a video or do a live stream on what is Bitcoin. I get asked all the time, and I said, well, what better time than to do it tonight? When I saw that my boy Dwayne wasn't going live on How to Build Credit TV. And I just did a live stream last night on Point Blank Travel, my other channel. So anyway, without any further ado, hey, how everybody doing tonight, man? Welcome to Point Blank Finance. On this channel, we talk about investing. We talk about saving. We talk about investing on a budget and everything personal finance. I can't even get it out, man. My name is Rod, and I can tell you I'm ecstatic to be here, man. Running two channels is kind of difficult. I do have another channel where I talk about credit cards, and points and models and how to travel for little or no money out of your pocket. But tonight we're going to be talking about something totally different because we're on my finance channel. We are going to be talking about whatever y'all want to talk about, with the exception of politics and religion. We could talk about Bitcoin. We could talk about other cryptocurrencies. I do have several, but what I want to do is people hear the term, they hear Bitcoin, they want to understand it, they kind of know what it is, but when it all boils down, we really don't. I've been hearing about Bitcoin since about 2016, 2015. I wasn't into it when it first started back in 2010, 2009, but I was hearing about it, but I was afraid of it, and I wasn't really into it, if that makes sense. I didn't really care about it. I didn't care about something that was new. I was all into the stock market. I had several holdings in different companies. I had mutual funds. I had exchange traded funds. So I really didn't care about any crypto or cryptocurrencies or anything like that. But what I want to do now that I've learned quite a bit about Bitcoin and crypto, I kind of want to share it. And one thing I want to do on this channel is make everything as simple as possible. Again, we're investing on a budget and we're learning on a budget. And when I said learning on a budget, not learning with a small amount of money, but we're learning in a slow pace so everybody can understand. And with that being said, make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit the like button, smash that joint. I call it ringing the doorbell. Let me know you're in the crib. I see we got 4 people in here, and I didn't expect a lot of people in here only because I scheduled this so late, but I had to make sure some other schedule I didn't conflict with any other content creators. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. I don't want to waste a lot of time. It is a little late. So I'm going to share my screen here. And let me cancel that. And let me come over here. Oh, hold up. Let me do one other thing before I do that. Close this out because I don't need it open. Close these two out. Close that out. And make sure I'm sharing my screen here. And there we go. All right. So what is Bitcoin? Let me go up a little bit here and then I'm going to scroll down. Bitcoin. It was created by a pseudonymous person or individuals. We are a bunch of people or one person. They still haven't figured it out, but they went under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. And right now there's been so much mystery. There have been people that have been coming out, hey, I'm Satoshi, hey, we're Satoshi, but they really still don't know who it is. But he wanted a concept, and it was very simple. Bitcoin is digital money that allows for secure peer-to-peer transactions on the internet. You don't have to go into a bank. You don't have to contact anyone. Now, you will hold it on, say, a crypto account or in a crypto wallet such as COINBASE, BLOCKFI, Celsius, Voyager. And those will probably be in future videos. I will talk about COINBASE and maybe BLOCKFI. Speaking of BLOCKFI and other crypto wallets or crypto brokerages that are out there, if you're interested, and again, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research before investing any money. And also make sure you only invest $1 that you can afford to lose. I say that in every video. I'll say it in every live stream. I'm just trying to put information out there. So this video is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Now that we got that out of the way, if you are interested in opening up a crypto account, I do have several links down in the description below where you can get free Bitcoin. It's not going to be a lot. It could be $10 or $25. It's not going to be $100,000 worth of Bitcoin. So I don't want anybody getting too excited. Now, and I'm going to be going through this article, man. I could have just came in here and spit it out, but I want y'all to kind of be able to read along with me, and then you can go back. If you don't grasp it, you can always go back, watch a replay, take notes, whatever you have to do. But it's not as hard as people think it is, and it's not as hard as people make it sound. But one thing that's different with Bitcoin, unlike the services that you have on Venmo and PayPal, and this right here, I'm right here in case y'all want to follow along, which rely on traditional financial systems for permission to transfer money on an existing debit or credit account, such as a bank or a credit union or a credit card issue, which is still considered a financial institution. Bitcoin is decentralized, meaning any two people, it doesn't have a central bank. It doesn't have a central institution. Any two people anywhere in the world, as long as you own some Bitcoin, can send Bitcoin to each other without the involvement of a bank, government, or other institution. It's that simple. Right now, because Bitcoin, and we're going to get into that in a minute, Bitcoin is trading at close to about $48,000, $49,000 per coin right now. So I have probably about 1,000 in Bitcoin, but I have 12 other alternative coins, or what they're called altcoins, and that's other different cryptocurrency. Now, one thing I want to put out, you see all these pictures of Bitcoin. I even have one right here, and I got to remember how I had it situated. I have a Bitcoin right here. I hope y'all can see that. You see these little coins, you see pictures everywhere. This coin actually has no value whatsoever. Bitcoin is not a physical coin. It is digital currency, and it's not in a physical state. Now they have this here, that's kind of like their logo or whatever you want to call it, that little coin. Yeah, I got it in the right spot. But it is not a physical coin. It is digital currency. In our reality, you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't do anything. And I'm going to talk about in a minute why it's valuable if it's something we can't see or touch, because most of the things that have been considered currency in the world, whether you're in America or any other country, there's always something you can touch or feel most of the time. And I'm going to kind of go ahead and allude to that right now. Think about gold. Gold is a currency. You can actually buy physical gold. You can also buy physical silver. I have both. And when we get currency, dollars, coins, we touch those. Those are physical assets. But it used to be, back in the day, when you got a stock, you would get a stock certificate. Now we don't really get stock. I don't know anybody that gets stock certificate. We just own stock in a company, and it's backed by money, but we really don't touch it. And it's almost no different, but people kind of get freaked out about crypto. But I can tell you, crypto is becoming more and more adopted by individuals and institutions each day. Now, looking down in this here, you'll hear people saying, when I started learning this, I was like, it's all making sense. Again, Google is your best friend, ladies and gentlemen. You can watch my videos, you can watch all the YouTubers on the planet, and if you can't understand it, I would highly suggest just Googling some of this stuff and reading it at your speed, at your pace. But I used to hear this word blockchain, and I was like, what is the blockchain? What is a blockchain? I didn't understand what a blockchain was, but in everyday terms, every transaction involving Bitcoin is tracked on the blockchain. It's no different than a ledger at a bank. It's similar to a bank's ledger or a log of customers' funds going in and out of the bank. But there is no bank with Bitcoin. So in simple terms, it's just a record of every transaction that's ever made using Bitcoin. Now, the Bitcoin blockchain is distributed across the entire network. No company, country, or third party is in control of it, and anyone can become part of the network. Here's something key. I said on Points Blank Travel, I'm going to say it on Points Blank Finance, a bolder alert. There's only going to ever be 21 million Bitcoin produced. There currently are 18 point some million Bitcoins in circulation right now, so it's only 3 million left. But they're probably not going to finish. I want to say the year is 2,140 because you can only produce so much at a time, and they're going to slow it down, which is going to make Bitcoin even more valuable because supply and demand. If you have a small supply, which they've already created, and you have a large demand, what's going to happen? That asset is going to become more valuable, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. All right, so now I always, here's something, man, that I thought, and this is where I want to just kind of put this out to everyone, because I had this perception that I remember a coworker of mine, we were both in management. This was back in 16. And he was like, Rod, you ought to get into Bitcoin. It was $5,000 a coin, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to show you the price in a minute. Matter of fact, let me close this out. It was $5,000 a coin. And I'm like, no, dude, that's too expensive. But I wasn't thinking like stock that I could buy a fractional coin. I didn't know that existed. And again, that's where I was naive to the situation. And once I started educating myself on the situation, and the situation was Bitcoin and crypto, I understood, and it says right here, it isn't necessary to buy an entire Bitcoin. You can buy just a fraction of one if that's all you want or need, or more importantly, all you can afford. Let me go ahead and flip my screen real quick. Right now, let me refresh this here because it's constantly moving. Bitcoin is trading at $49,375.10 per coin. If I would have known what I know today, and my coworker mentioned it, I would have bought a fraction. Let's say I could have bought a half of a Bitcoin, $2,500. How? I would have $25,000 a day in what, 5 years? Just letting it sit there. One thing that's different, and I want to point it out. I'm going to go through the article, but I'm going to put tad bits of stuff that I know in there. One thing that's different with stocks and Bitcoin, or cryptocurrency, not just Bitcoin, stocks and crypto. The stock market opens at a certain time every day. It's based off the New York Stock Exchange on the East Coast or Eastern Standard Time Zone. It's 8:30 Central, it's 9:30 Eastern, and it trickles down. So West Coast is going to be 6:30, it's going to open. When it comes to crypto, you're going to see this move in a minute. It should. I may have to refresh it because this is COINGECKO. I typically, and it hasn't moved. The crypto market does not close because it's not ran by centralized banks. So if you got the New York Stock Exchange, which is ran by the United States, and then you have exchanges around the world, they're ran by these individual countries and these individual governments. That's not the case with crypto, so it's always moving. It is always moving. I'm going to come back and go over some of that real quick in a minute, but I kind of want to shoot through this article. Now, just like stocks, you have, I'm trying to think, AAPL for Apple, MSFT for Microsoft, AMZN for Amazon. Just like stocks, crypto has symbols. If you ever see BTC in the financial world, it's right here. BTC is abbreviation or the symbol for Bitcoin, BTC. Keep that in mind because I want everybody to sound cool. I really don't refer to it as BTC. When I see it, I know what it is. I always say Bitcoin, and most people will. Ethereum and Cardano, which are other cryptocurrencies. And now, one thing, when you think of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, just think of digital money. It's digital money. It's not money you can touch or see. It's digital money. I just showed you the current price of Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin an investment opportunity? Yes. I'm not out here buying stuff with Bitcoin right now, although you can buy stuff on PayPal with it now. I'm hearing that Walmart is starting to accept some crypto. I'm not sure if it's Litecoin or Bitcoin. That was kind of a rumor. But one of the most intriguing things, one of the most interesting things I've done in a long time, other than start these YouTube channels, because this has been something else, and it's been fun, and it's been a challenge. But one of the most interesting things I did, it wasn't buy Bitcoin. I get excited every time I buy crypto. It wasn't selling. I haven't sold any. So it wasn't that. One of the most scariest things I ever did, and I'm good. Let me rephrase it. I'm better at it now. I'm not good. Was I transferred some crypto from COINBASE to Celsius. Two different companies, two different crypto wallets. And I know most people, if you're like me, I memorize my main bank account. I don't know all of them. I don't know my Chase account, and they can get lengthy. If you ever see what they call a private key for your crypto, I want to say it's 24, maybe more characters. It's bananas. But one thing about it, you copy and paste, but if you try to go in there and be super smart and want to type it, if you make one mistake, one character, one letter, one number, and you try to send it and you send it to someone else, your money is lost. It is gone. There is no recovering it. This stuff is not insured by the FDIC or anything like that. It is just bye-bye, see you later. So the first time I did it with like $2, $3, $4, $5. I wasn't tripping if I lost it. But once I got the hang of it, I was like, man, this is pretty fun. I'll sit out there in my driveway right now, and just next thing I know, I'm transferring crypto because I got a certain accounts. I probably have 5, 6 different brokerages now. So it's just something to think about. Let me get out here now. This is something to think about, man. And again, I'm not telling nobody to invest in it. I'm mad I missed the boat. I missed the boat, and a lot of people missed the boat. I'm not missing the next boat, but one Bitcoin was valued, and I'm right here, at a fraction of a US penny in early 2010 when it first came out. When Satoshi Nakamoto, whether it's them or him, whoever, when they created it, it was a fraction of a penny. During the first quarter of 2011, when nobody believed in it, everybody thought it was a bunch of crap. Everybody thought it was, I don't know about that, including myself. I didn't even know about it in 2011. So it was 2016 when I finally started. I heard about it before then, but when somebody tried to educate me on it, and they really didn't have the proper education level, so I wasn't listening. It exceeded $1, and in late 2017, it was valued at 20 grand. Here it is now. And I remember shortly after this guy introduced me in 16, less than a year later, it quadrupled to 20, and now it's trading at $49,000 per coin. Please, if you have any comments, put it down in the comment. I know this here it wasn't scheduled earlier enough, and it's also kind of something that people are still learning. And trust me, I had to put a lot of man hours, as you would say, if it was a job, into learning this. But since Bitcoin's creation, thousands of new cryptocurrencies have been launched. There's something coming out every day. I mean, I got several of them, but like over here, and people who watch Points Blank Travel may have not even known it, that is actually an Ethereum coin, which is the second largest crypto. Bitcoin remains the largest crypto by market capitalization and trading volume. And I'm going to show you a little bit of that in a minute. I don't want to do too much talking. Depending on your goals, Bitcoin can function as an investment vehicle. That's kind of what I'm using it for. A store of value, similar to gold, a way to transfer value around the world. And it's when you transfer Bitcoin, if I send it from one wallet to another, I've yet to send it to a person. I think I paid, if I buy it on Coinbase, it's like $1.50 is the high, most I paid per transaction. Still lower than ATM, definitely lower than Western Union. But when I've sent it from one wallet to another, I think I pay somewhere 20 cents, 30 cents. It's a small transaction fee, very small. All right, this is where everybody needs to really pay attention. It's Bitcoin money. It's been used as a medium of exchange. It's like exchanging goods. And I'm going to pull up another article that it really broke it down to me. It's a store of value, a unit of account, but all of which are all properties of money. Meanwhile, it only exists digitally, which I've said 1,000 times. There's no physical version of it. And we already talked about who created it. Let me see here. Blockchain. All right. All right, so one of the things that I want to point out is it's an open network. I've already said it, but it was designed to be used on the internet. It doesn't depend on bank. I've said it, but one of the most important elements is the blockchain. And with the blockchain, that's what tracks who owns what. Now, you might not see my name or your name or anybody's name on there, but it'll show their private key. And what sets Bitcoin blockchain apart from a bank stage is that it is decentralized, meaning anyone can view it and no single entity controls it. You can't go to Chase's ledger and see which transactions they had from anybody. You can't go to Bank of America do that, but with Bitcoin, you can go to the blockchain and see that. And I don't want to get too deep into this. I don't think there's a lot of comments. One of the easiest ways to get Bitcoin is through companies like Coinbase. I have a Coinbase account, a Coinbase Pro account, a BLOCKFI account, several accounts. I think I started with Coinbase, and then I started learning more about the different accounts and earning interest on crypto. I'm becoming a master of my craft with this. You hear me? If you tune in my other channel, you always hear me say that. But I'm still learning that with this. All right, here's what I wanted to get into. Each person who joins the Bitcoin network, and that means if you buy some Bitcoin, you ain't got to go join no club or nothing. You're issued a public key, which is a long string, and that's why I'm telling you, it's about this long. It's long. Of letters and numbers that you could think of like an email address or a private key, which is equivalent to a password. When you buy Bitcoin or send and receive it, you get a public key, which you can think of as a key that unlocks a virtual vault and gives you access to your money. Anyone can send Bitcoin to you via your public key, but only the holder of the private key can access the Bitcoin once it has been sent. So there's a public key, there's a private key. I've used my private keys to send to each of my wallets, but I've yet to go to a different individual. Let's see here, make sure I'm not missing any else. This is very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. How to use Bitcoin, man, and this is when nobody knew that nobody knew that nobody knew. I'll let y'all do the math. If you got your cell phone, your smartphone, whatever kind of phone you want to call, you got a calculator. If you're old school, you want to do it with a pencil and paper like I got my mechanical pencil here. Back in 2013, a Bitcoin enthusiast named 𝗪𝗧𝗢𝗪𝗡, however you say that, whatever, we'll just say Laszlo. He created a message, board posting offering 10,000 Bitcoin, which then was worth $25. When I was afraid of it, the whole world was probably afraid of it, to anyone who would deliver 2 pizzas to his Jacksonville, Florida home. As the legend goes, those 2 pizzas, which another Bitcoin early adopter bought from a local Papa John's, the individual bought it with their own money, which cost about $25, and he took it over to Laszlo's crib, and Laszlo gave him transferred it. He couldn't give it to him because there's nothing physical. He transferred 10,000 Bitcoin to him, and man, hold up, man. I mean, I'm not no rocket scientist or nothing, but let me just hold up, man. Let me do something here. So, 10,000 times, where my key at? Time 49,000 equals, man, hold on, I gotta count this here up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Those 2 pizzas that this dude decided to go buy are now worth, y'all correct me if my math is wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm good with zeros, $490 million. Did he keep the Bitcoin? Who knows? Who knows if it's real? It's got to be a true story because I've heard it too many times. That don't mean it's real. You hear a whole bunch of stuff. You know, I ain't going to get into that, but good, man, golly, you know. But the fear of the unknown is something else. And would I have jumped on that? Heck no, I didn't know nothing about no Bitcoin. So I couldn't have taken advantage of that. Now, transactions using Bitcoin aren't different than any from using a credit or debit card, but instead of being asked to enter your card info or your PIN number, you'll simply be entering a payment amount in the vendor's public key, similar to an email address via a wallet app. You don't have to sit up there and fill out your address and all this other stuff, and I'm not going to get into all that. Bitcoin is global, Bitcoin is private. Okay, that's all I wanted from that. Then there was another thing. Why are Bitcoins valuable? I'm switching over to a whole nother article here. There are a lot of other things that we consider valuable other than money. We consider gold value, we consider diamonds value, rubies, sapphires, and all this. Matter of fact, I'm just looking at what this article said and think about it. I didn't know that the Aztecs did this till I read this article, but they use cocoa beans as money. You know, you give me 5 cocoa beans, I'll give you some fur or whatever. I'd rather have the cocoa beans. You know, that's just how they thought back then. Bitcoins are valuable because people are willing to exchange them for real goods and services and even cash. Again, y'all, it's just digital currency, it's digital money. This is one thing, this is probably the last thing I'm going to talk about before I get into the comments. Every transaction is recorded, we already know that, on the blockchain. So you can't make no fake Bitcoin. You can't spend one that's not yours because you're going to have a public key or a private key. It is possible. Is it possible to lose your Bitcoin wallet? Yes. I read an article not long ago where this dude was, and it might even be in this article. This guy was out in his trash or at the local dump place, not the trash can or the dumpster, but at the local waste place, looking for this little thing. It's called a ledger. It's like a little USB drive where he accidentally fell in the trash and he lost some bunch of money, man, a lot of money. And ain't no getting it back. It ain't no calling nobody. You lose it. But you play with the big dogs. You got to be able to roll with the big dogs. That's just how it is. So again, man, it's not difficult. Hopefully this gave you, and I'll do more videos, kind of getting in a little deeper into it. I didn't want to put too much on people on this first video. But there's a thing. It's called a cold wallet where you can actually take I could take my crypto off of BLOCKFI Bitcoin, and I'm kind of really nervous with this. I'm gonna get one. It's like $120 for a larger one, and it's not size. It's kind of like a computer, a larger storage space. You have I'm looking at the Ledger. You have the Nano S, which is the smaller than the Nano X, which is the larger one. But I personally don't have enough crypto to be worrying about storing it and they call it a cold wallet because it's not on a network. It's not out there on the web. Once you store it, you put it on that USB drive, you put it in your safe, and if you decide you want to sell it 17 years from now and you forget how to get into it, you just blanked out. You're just out the game. So, all right, man. If y'all have any questions, please ask. I know I went over kind of a lot here. I'm making sure there's nothing else I missed. This is cool. So this is a good way to put it. Each Bitcoin is basically a computer file. It's a file. And I need to, and let me see if I can pull this up real quick, just so y'all can see. And it's bananas. I got some in my email, but I'm not gonna go and search for that. Example of a crypto private key. Let's see if it'll pull one up here. Oh man, I don't want to read through all. There we go. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but here it is, right here. That's a key, and I'm telling you, on my phone it looks like a gazillion letters, and that's what I have to copy, and I have to copy it from the place I'm sending it to, and go to the place I'm sending it from, and put it there, and then press the button, and then they do two-factor authentication, and then next thing I know, it's gone. And I can tell y'all, it takes anywhere from 5 minutes, and I've taken up to 12 hours for it to transfer. It is nerve-wracking at first, but then you kind of get used to it. So there you have it, man. I'm going to put me back on the screen here. Let me go back to, actually, there's a couple more things I want to go over real quick. If you're ever looking at this here, you can go to CoinGecko. If you get confused with what it is, market cap refers to the total market value of a crypto circulating supply. Circulating supply is how many coins are out in circulation. Now, total supply, that's what I was telling y'all, there'll only ever be 21 million Bitcoin made. Max supply is 21 million. There's currently 18,834,993 coins out there. And the market cap is $929 billion. It was over $1 trillion not long ago, but then we all know, well, the market took some dip. Well, we may not all know. I know. And maybe some of y'all know. The market took some hits, but a couple months ago it was up to $60,000. So, all right, with that, and I don't know how long this live stream is going to be. I was basically just kind of wanting to put this information out there. We still got 7 people in the crib. Been going about 30 minutes here. I'm gonna jump down in this comments again, man. And I didn't expect this to be a house shaking party or nothing. A whole gazillion people in here. I do have some live streams where I am going to be doing a lot of on real time stuff, buying crypto, buying stocks. I'm going to be doing live streams like that, and it's going to be not necessary, and it's just so y'all can see it. I'm not going to do too many of them, but just so y'all can see it. When I get into some of my smaller cryptocurrencies, like I'm really focused on Algorand right now. Algorand, I bought it at about $1.30 a coin, and it's up to about pushing $2. Cardano is the third most popular. If we go, I'm not going to get back too deep into that. Cardano is the third most popular cryptocurrency that's in the world today, and it's very affordable. Matter of fact, my homeboy from Point Blank Travel, Chase King, was the one that told me about that, and I will go. Let me go to it real quick because it's a half a second. So when I go here, close this out, and I go here. So when I go up here, I just go to coins, market cap rank, and Cardano is number 3, trading at $2.20 per coin. And the last hour is down 0.9%, last day is down 0.8%, and the last week is up 2 If it's green, it's up. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Cardano. You have to notice, you don't have to know the symbols. I know it's ADA. And you can see right now it's at $2.20, and I think I'm averaging somewhere about, I bought quite a bit of it when it was at $1.37. And one of my goals right now is to have it. This coin is supposed to hit within the next year, supposed to, because nobody really knows. It's like the stock market, nobody really knows it. They're predicting that it's going to hit $10,000 per coin. I'm sorry, $10 per coin, not 10,000, $10 per coin in the next year. And I at least want 1,000 of them, just so I can say, okay, well, I'm gonna make a quick $10,000 lick. They're predicting Ethereum, which right now is trading at $3,000. They're predicting it to be $10,000 per coin. And you hear all kind of stuff about Bitcoin. Some people say 100,000 in the next year. Who knows, man? I'm just gonna put my money in there that I can afford to lose in case I lose it. But I don't like to think the glass is half empty. I like to think that it's half full. So I'm gonna just ride it out, man. I'm gonna ride it out and have fun with it. All right, let me jump down here. That was just me saying happy Monday. And we got D Brian in the crib. What's up, D? D says ready to learn. And I know D's recently got into the crypto. He may have already been in there, but I know he recently opened a BLOCKFI account and bought a couple of things here. So good to see you. And we got my man Ulysses Hill says, hello, PBF. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing well, man. I hope you're doing good. I know you were in the live stream last night on Point Blank Travel. We got Jason in the crib. It's kind of weird because I'm not saying channel members. And these are all channel members from Point Blank Travel. But since I don't have channel members on Point Blank Finance, it's a little different. And we have, thanks for joining, Jason. And we hope everyone made money on Shiba Inu. Oh, man, speaking of Shiba Inu, and I can't never say it right, Shiba Inu is a meme coin. It's just as real as anything else. You can't touch it. But it's very cheap. You get a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a penny is one coin. It's like right now, if this go to $1, oh my goodness, I don't even know how high it went today, Jason. I don't know. But and I know me and you were talking, I know you got 10 million, 5 million. I have 4.6 million. 4.6 million, that's of Shiba Inu coins, 4.6 million coins. If it go to $1, that's $4.6 million. If it go to a penny or a dime, I'm cool. I mean, and right now what's so funny, man, the 4.6 million coins that I have cost me about $35. I didn't spend a lot of money, but if it blow up like Bitcoin did in 2010 and then 2013, when this dude gave 10,000 coins for 2 pieces and they cost $25, if it do that, and we never know, I tell you who ain't gonna miss the party. I ain't missing the ship. I'm gonna be on the Carnival cruise ship, the whatever they call it, Royal Caribbean. If this jump off, I'm gonna be ready for it. And that's why I like to take a little bit of money, because $35, I can go spend $35 on theoretically 2 pizzas in this day and age. So I just bought me 2 pizzas worth of Shiba Inu, hoping it blow up, and then I'm not gonna cry. If I lose $35, I can tell y'all right now, I will not shed a tear. So Jason, I don't even know how much it went up, man. Let me know. That's pretty. I heard it. I read it somewhere today. But I was drafting contents for. A matter of fact, everything I was working on today, I didn't shoot any of it. But I drafted content for 2 Point Blank Finance videos and 1 Point Blank Travel video that I'll be shooting late, but not to, well, maybe tomorrow, but it won't be up till Wednesday. Thank you, Joe, so much for ringing the doorbell. I appreciate that, man. And Extreme, what's going on? Extreme says we are presently rolling. I just saw you over in Nigel's live stream. Nigel Schroeder, I do see he's in the crib, or was in the crib. I just was over there for a minute. Then when I saw, hey, it was kind of a slow night, I decided to go ahead and do this here. And Kelly Brown, what's up, Kelly? Glad you're able to tune in to this live. Said, what's up, my man? Ringing the doorbell. What's going on, my brother? It's good to see all the support that's coming from Point Blank Travel, because everybody's not going to be into investing. People think it's difficult. They think it's hard. And you just talking about regular, everyday investing, stocks and exchange traded funds and mutual funds. People get intimidated. You throw crypto in the mix. People really don't want to hear about that, but I think it's a miseducation or a lack of knowledge. And I was one of those people that was miseducated, misinformed. I had a lack of knowledge. But once I gained, or should I say acquired some knowledge, it became more and more and more interesting. When I wake up every morning, man, I have a sequence. I look at my analytics for you. Well, thank the man upstairs for waking me up. Then I look at my analytics for YouTube. I look at my email. I look at, I don't really have to look at the stocks because the market has opened, and I look at my crypto accounts. I don't go to all of them. I just look at COINBASE to see are they up, are they down. Then as the day go on, I'll go to kind of sort each account and see how it's moving. So, and Extreme says the government would never let Bitcoin be bigger than $1 adjustment. I've heard that from a lot of people, and I think that may be a little late, but I've heard that from a lot of people, and I'm still learning quite a bit, but I know they're trying to regulate it and stop it, but we don't know, man. I've heard that quite a bit. You may be on to something, Extreme. I can't deny what you're saying. What's up, Nigel? Make sure y'all check out 𝗕𝗓𝗧𝗛. He is a fellow content creator, has his own channel and channels with plural with the S on the end of it. He did a video today on the Cash Couple, one of his channels, where he had a bad experience at a restaurant. I checked all that out, checked out the premiere that he did, and he's just, I guess he's done because he was just doing a live stream on 𝗕𝗓𝗧𝗛. And then he has a couple other channels. Make sure y'all check him out, subscribe. He is a smart individual. I'll usually say smart young man, but he's just a smart individual. Young man, old man, it doesn't matter. He's a smart individual. All right, and we do have your favorite couple in the crib. We have Shelton and Key in the house. Says, good evening, PBF family, soaking up this knowledge, man. I'm just trying to put it out there, y'all, just a little bit at a time because this can be intimidating. And we're kind of learning together, y'all. One thing, I'm not trying to show how much knowledge I have with this stuff. Believe it or not, I'm still learning. But when I feel like I've learned enough that I need to share with somebody, I don't care if it's 5 people in here, 6 people. And if somebody tells somebody, I bet you now, somebody in this live stream, and I know Jason probably already knew, and D. Bride and Nigel, and maybe everybody in here, I don't know. But somebody here is going to be able to say, hey, you know what? I know a little bit more about tomorrow. I know a little bit more about Bitcoin. I mean, have you heard about it? Or you're going to try to tell people about it, or you may go do your own research and become even more knowledgeable. Again, I typically don't read off websites and nothing like that, but this here is something that I didn't want to just be talking and then it get all confusing. I want people more so to be able to go back to the live stream, the video, after it's done, and be able, if they need to pull up stuff, they can read what it is and see their own thing. And we got Landscapes of America. What's going on? It says, evening, everyone. How you doing, man? It's good to have you in another live stream. And Extreme showing love to saying evening to Landscapes. Oh man, I just scratched my arm with no lotion. I'm over here, I'm gonna be all ashy. And we got JetBlue Print in the house. JetBlue says, hey, PBT family. And yeah, JetBlue, I don't want to confuse you, man. We are on Points Blank Finance, but you can call it what you want, man. It's PBT, PBF. I ain't even got used to PBF, so I feel your pain, man. I'm used to PBT because it's been around for a minute. Extreme says, I think I'll just get the BLOCKFI card and acquire Bitcoin like that. For now, not a bad idea, but just so you'll know, Extreme. And I don't know if you have a BLOCKFI account, but if you don't, definitely check out my link down in the description below. You use my link, you will get, I want to say $10 in free Bitcoin once you fund your account with $100 or something like that. But you have to have a BLOCKFI account to be able to get the BLOCKFI card. You want to get the BLOCKFI account first, put $100 in there. I think the wait list is over. When I joined, there was a wait list. I waited about 4 months, 5 months, maybe 3. I don't remember. But I actually I don't have my wallet with me. I have the BLOCKFI card. It's very impressive. It's a good feeling card. It gets a lot of attention because people that know see that Bitcoin symbol on it, and they just like, man, your name's not on the front, everything's on the back. It's just a clear card, BLOCKFI Bitcoin logo, and it's pretty weird, man. I kind of like it though. But if you're interested in getting it, definitely check out my referral link down in the description. And D. Brian says, and with the BLOCKFI credit card, you get cash back in Bitcoin. Started using it today. Yes, for the first 90 days, you will get 3.5% Bitcoin back. It's still really, they converted to dollars, and then they use those dollars to purchase Bitcoin after your statement closes. And after that, after the 90 days, you get 1.5% Bitcoin. So it's basically a 1.5% cashback card. And right now, the first 90 days, will I use it, or how often will I use it after the first 90 days? I'm going to use it because I have a different mindset than a lot of people. It took me a while to get this way, though. And when I say a while, I mean since I've had the card. I said, man, why am I going to use this 1.5% Bitcoin card when I can use 2% at a minimum? All my other cards are 2%. But I have to think that if this currency keep going the way it's going, that 1.5% in theory could be 3.5% or 4%. Or I could use a 2% card, take that money, that cash back, like my Citi Double Cash, or my, trying to think what else, my US Bank, but all those cards have uses already. I can always change, but I could take my Citi Double Cash and take the cash back I earned there, and then take it from my bank account, transfer it from Citi to the Double Cash account to my bank account, from my bank account go to BLOCKFI or COINBASE, buy some crypto, and be a 0.5% ahead, really. And that's kind of, I'm thinking in different ways. I'm really thinking so. But that card is a beast. And Jason says, was up 60% today. Today it's up, no, it was up 60% today. And he's speaking of Shiba Inu. Now it's up 48%. But that's still quite a bit. So if it was up 60%, not 100%, so I made a little over half of my $35, so that's 17. So it should be worth about $50 now, right around $50. And keep in mind, I'm still gonna have the same 4.6 million coins. I'm not gonna get any more coins. It's just gonna be, they're gonna be worth more money. So if y'all have any questions, man, throw them down in there. And I know a lot of this is foreign, and it sounds like I know D's getting into it, Jason's into it already, but it sounds like it may be foreign. I know it's foreign to a lot of people, and it's not foreign to me, but it's not. I know enough right now. I know quite a bit, and every day I try to learn something new. When it comes to finance, I do have a degree in business with a minor in finance, so this has always been interesting to me anyway. But one of the things I can tell y'all, it feels very good, man. It feels extremely good to me anyway, and I hope other people start to get used to that. It feels good when you're learning something new. I don't care if it's finance or designing a website or IT or how to cook or how to fly a drone, whatever it is. If you learn something new, it's kind of fun. At least for me it is, where I like to just, man, every day I feel a sense of accomplishment. Like I was studying some stuff with stocks today on a video I'm about to do for this channel. And it's going to be how to analyze a stock on Robinhood. It's going to be the title of it. I'm going to break down, do I look at all this stuff when I'm getting ready to buy a stock? Probably not. Most of it, not all of it. But will I start? Yes. Why will I start? It's not like I hadn't learned this before, but you go to college X amount of years ago, you forget half the stuff you learned. But it was reintroduced to me. It was refreshed. And I'm like, okay, I need to start looking at that. I need to start looking at the price to earnings ratio when it comes to stock. And a lot of times, if you look at crypto, it's, matter of fact, let me pull it up real quick. I just want to see. Kill that and show y'all something real quick. Probably because it changes too much. It's showing the price here, and market cap is this is for Cardano, 70 billion. No, let me see. Yeah, 70 billion. Trading volume is how much they traded a day. 24-hour low, 24-hour high. The low for the day was 2016. The high was 2023. They'll do the 7-day low, 7-day high. Well, one thing you'll see on the stock market is a 52-week high and a 52-week low for the last year. But a lot of this is just like reading this. Now, the all-time low, oh my God, where was I at when this happened? The all-time low, and I look at stuff like this because I may not be able to get it with Cardano, but I may find it with the next coin. Am I chasing the money? I don't chase the money. I let the money chase me, baby. I'm just gonna be real. But every once in a while, I will search for that diamond in the rough. But in March 2020, Had I had this grand idea a little over a year and a half ago, a year and a half almost to be exact, if I'd had this grand idea, or if Chase King or 𝗕𝗓𝗧𝗢𝗧 would have said, Rod, you need to get into crypto, people had. 𝗕𝗓𝗧𝗢𝗧 actually did say it around March of last year. I just didn't listen to it. And then Chase King said it. I'm like, too many people tell me, let me look more into it. This was almost 2 cents per coin a year ago. 0.19 cents per ADA or per Cardano coin. Now it's $2 and what was it? 30 cents? 220? I mean, that's so let me just do some, I ain't pulling no calculator up. I'll do it when this is over. But man, come on, man. I mean, and you never know, man. You never know. A lot of this is getting lucky. You can read the websites, you can study stuff. And that's why I like CoinGecko. I can look back and see, okay, how low, what's the all-time low for this coin? Is it going to ever go back to the all-time low? It could, but probably not. But, and I don't bank on Shiba Inus, but I do bank on Algorand and Cosmos and all these other ones I have. They got some funny names, man, some real funny names. But once you get into it, it's not as common as Coca-Cola or Amazon or Microsoft or Google or Facebook. Everybody talk about those. Everybody's using that. But Bitcoin and Litecoin and Chainlink and Polygon, they have these weird names, but it's not that hard. And I tell you, man, I feel rejuvenated when it comes to finance because I've been dealing with stocks so long. It's like, okay, I don't really care about it. I mean, I care about making money, but it's like I'm rejuvenated. I'm excited about investing again. And I'm even more excited even with stocks because now I'm watching my Robinhood portfolio grow, and I'm sharing it with the subscribers and the viewers of Point Blank Finance. But I'm going to look and see if there's any more comments because I am going to get ready to jump up out of here. This was an impromptu live stream. And D. Brian says, I'm starting small, doing $25 every 2 to 3 weeks. Try it out. Nothing wrong with having a diverse portfolio. No, and that's a smart way to do it. That's kind of how I started. D. Brian, I think I was doing about $100 a month or something like that. So basically kind of what you were doing. And now I think the most I've done in a month is probably about $600. I am going to be purchasing crypto on this channel. I can't do it with my Voyager account. I don't purchase with my Celsius account. That's an account for what they call staking, or you hold your crypto there for a while and you earn interest on it. That's a whole nother video. So that's one of my staking accounts. My BLOCKFI account is kind of like a staking account because you earn interest on that. And then I kind of move. When I make purchases, I'll probably make some on my BLOCKFI account on this channel, and I'll definitely make some in my Coinbase Pro account, and I'll also transfer crypto from my Coinbase Pro account to my Coinbase account. So you're gonna get if you're tuned to this channel, you're gonna get a chance to see all of that. It's gonna be small amounts. It's gonna look like a large amount because if I'm buying a coin that's $1.35 a coin, and I'm buying $50 to $100 worth of crypto for that coin, it's gonna show that I have a whole bunch of coins. Or if I go and buy Bitcoin, which is really not that fun because you can get $100 worth of Bitcoin and it'd be 0.00000. It's only 8 digits. Here's another bold alert. It's only 8 digits when you look at Bitcoin. It's gonna go point and then 8 up to 8 zeros. But after that, it's not no 9, 10, 11. They don't even go that far out. So it'll take you a while for that one to get over here close to that point. But when you start getting, it's funny around here. People running around here with, let's say, 10 coins. 10 coins is what, right at $500,000. It's wild. So anyway, man, we got 7 people in the crib. If we have no more comments, I am going to get ready to raise up out of here. I didn't want to be on here too long. We've been rolling about almost an hour, man. If you have any questions, you can hit me up. I do have an email, but I haven't really been checking it though. So I would highly recommend, and I may make another email. I think I am, where it just all come to one place. And I know this is, now I'm going to start checking it tomorrow. Hit me up at pointsblankfinance.com, or pointsblankfinance@gmail.com, or pointsblanktravel@gmail.com. Put the S on points. Travel will get you your quickest response. Points Blank Finance. But give me at least up to 24 to 48 hours to respond. I have a lot going on. I'm running other businesses. I also have Points Blank Travel. I have Points Blank Finance and other stuff that I'm working on and working with. So definitely hit me up. But if we don't have any other questions, I'm trying to make sure. I don't want to just be talking and talking and talking. But in future live, excuse me, in future live streams, I am curious to see, or even if you guys now, I'm curious to hear what coins people are holding, because I find this interesting when I go to Instagram and Facebook and the social media sites, and I follow some crypto pages or whatever, accounts, whatever you call them. And I find it interesting, and I always learn something. I've bought crypto from me looking at a feed on Instagram and seeing so many people owning the same crypto. I think that's how I ended up buying Solana. I bought Solana at about $20 a coin, $30 a coin. And I can tell you, I can't tell you, man, why try to tell you? Let me just go over here and look it up. I bought this at actually it was $25 a coin. And it's now trading, this wasn't long ago, it's trading at $166 a coin. I want to show y'all something too real quick as I get ready to get out of here. I don't know if y'all noticed, but no matter what coin I put up here, it's going to always tell you that one Solana is worth how much in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is like the cream de la cream. It's the big dog. It's the king. So it's always going to relate everything to Bitcoin. So if I have one of these, I got 0.00, and then let's see here if that's true. What I tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's only going to be 8 decimal places. So just to think, if I got $166, I got 0.003 blah, blah, blah of a Bitcoin, you know, but it adds up, man. It adds up. I don't even look at how much Bitcoin I have. I look at the dollar amount. Why? Because it's no fun until I get one of these jokers. And once I get one, I'm gonna feel like the king of the world. But you know, you got to crawl before you walk. And I look at this just like I preach about credit. This is a marathon. Me accumulating this wealth is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not going to happen overnight. But I wanted to show y'all that I bought this Solana at $25, and here it is worth $160. It was actually up almost $200 about a week or so ago, but it went back down. But I don't watch all that because you'll kind of go insane. I just let it ride, and I'm going to try to be a buy and hold type of dude when it comes to crypto, the same as I am with stocks. And with that being said, I see Ulysses, you have a great night. Bye for now. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here too. If y'all have any questions, man, I don't know when I'll be going live, but stay tuned. I'm definitely going to be dropping a video no later than Wednesday on this channel. Pretty interesting. And I'm also going to do, I got a couple videos lined out. One is going to be talking about dividends on stock. The next one is going to be talking about how to analyze a stock on Robinhood. It's not going to be over the top. It's going to be real easy. And a couple more videos. So tune in, stay tuned, man. I'm going to get out of here. Hope y'all have a great week. Hope y'all learned something today. If you didn't learn anything, I apologize, but it's just trying to take small baby steps with this and just get people in the mindset of even wanting to learn how to invest. And I'm not here trying to show out. I'm not here trying to say, oh, I got an account with $300,000 in it. That's not the purpose of this channel. This channel is to show everyday people how you can invest and invest on a budget. And with all that being said, hope you have a great one. I'm about to ride up out of here. Shoot for the moon. If you don't make it, you'll be amongst the stars. I'll be coming at y'all soon, dropping even more knowledge. And until the next time, I want to thank all of you. I think we got about 8, 10 people, which is kind of strange. I'm used to a lot more people on Points Blank Travel, but this ain't Points Blank Travel. I got to crawl again, and I got to walk again, and we're going to get there. But I want to thank each and every one of you that came here. And until the next time, peace, baby. Y'all have a good one.